And once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful downtown Georgetown and the island of Great Exuma. We are racing in the 68th Annual National Family Island Regatta. Reg Smith, Dwight Hart, live on the water, getting ready for the big dance, Dwight.
Reg, let me tell you, this is a sight to behold here. If you're not here at the 68th National Family Island Regatta,
you're missing it.
Well, the good thing is we'll bring it to you live. And there's a view,
and in living color,
my friend, in living color, into your living rooms. That's your fleet stretched out. 9 boats registered for this A-class. I think 8 on the line at the minute. Just waiting for the Legend to get there. She has had a little bit of work
she
done.
lost a halyard masthead, and they had to put the crane up to get it back.
Yeah.
But she's up and running and headed to the line. Dwight, let's run down the line here. So, new Legend.
Yep. Ed Sky, running tide. We actually have the
Rough Justice get to you have the
sailing positions.
Yep. Rough Justice, Silent Partner, Captain Gene. That's the new boat. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Tidal Wave and New Courageous. And we have on New Legend David Knowles, Ed Sky, Liam Brister, Stephen Knowles on Running Tide, Joshua Knowles on Rough Justice, Buzzy Roll on Silent Partner, Josh Green on Captain Gene, Tidal Wave is Brooks Miller, Stefano Kemp on New Courageous, and good news is Eric Taylor.
Reg,
that's
we have
the lineup.
Yeah, the Legend. You were talking about the Legend losing a halyard line coming out loose. We got a little bit of footage. I think we're going to bring that up.
Yep.
And look at that, Reg. This is how they repair these things. Just look at that brave young man being hoisted up by a crane.
Well, listen,
to get that line
you know, Dwight, in the old days, he'd have to climb the mast.
Oh, my God.
No crane.
That's 70 feet up in the sky. 80 feet, I believe,
yeah.
The Legend's mast is.
No, not quite 80.
Not 80?
No.
90, some people would say.
She's about 64, I think.
Man,
65.
just look at that. Just 60. Look at that.
Yeah. Captain Gene is carrying 64, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's 64. So we're all lined up. I think the Legend is just about slipping into line. We're starting now again from an anchored start, but don't forget we are using flags this year. So the class flag is up, the race flag is up. We're just waiting now for the 1 minute flag to come down. When the race flag goes up, we got 3 minutes. When the start flag goes up, we got 1 minute. When the flag drops, then the class flag comes down, the gun goes. All right, so that's the way we set up here. Look at the spectator boat, Dwight. We are loaded out here, folks. Loaded out here. And you can see the line now as it's set here right in front of Government Dock in downtown Georgetown. We're looking straight out at the beacon.
All right, and so for all of you who are tuned into us online, YouTube, Facebook, drop some comments in there. We're going to be looking out for your comments, and we'll send you a live shout-out if we see your comments. So get onto that YouTube live feed and say a shout-out to your
let us know where you're coming
boat,
from, where you're hearing us.
Watching from, and we will be sure to send a quick shout-out to you. But, Reg, so I was going to give you the lineup for today's race, A-Class.
Number 1.
The number 1 position is going to be Good News.
The number 1, we're going from the pin, from the committee boat out?
Yes.
Okay.
So Good News in the number 1 position.
That's on the right side.
Yep. Tidal Wave in the number 2 position.
Okay.
New Courageous in the 3rd position.
Okay.
Running Tide in the 4th position. Rough Justice in the 5th position. Captain Gene in the 6th position. Silent Partner 7. Ed Sky 8. A New Legend all the way over in the 9th position. And we hope that she kind of stays there for most of the race. And we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you this much. On that end of the line, she might be on the leeward end of the line, but she's closest
to get out.
And she's clear to get out. She's got nobody.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, we're just making
so she'll be 9 boats to leeward.
But 9 boats ahead, maybe.
But maybe 9 boat lengths ahead. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to get the start going up in short order. I see the red flag is up. I believe that is the 3-minute warning flag. And they're going to be dropping down soon.
Oops. Wow.
All right, and Reg, let me tell you, those comments are coming
They're
in.
coming fast.
Celine Cartwright, Long Island. Celine in the house. Leopold, Garth the Third, Sunrise, Florida. Adam Fox says he's calling from Foxy's Vape and Smoke Shop, wherever that is. And Julie Knowles sending a shout out to the Rough Justice crew.
Let's go, Rough Justice.
Julie, former teacher here in Exuma, now hailing in Nassau, but a Long Island fan all the while.
So we set the scene here on the harbor.
Let's get some Tideway fans in there. Get some Tideway fans in
We're
there.
looking out at Monument, which is the beacon. They're going to go off here on starboard towards Sarking Island, which is the island that you see in front of us here.
Yep.
And then tack down to the windward mark, which is, I didn't get the distance, but it's about a 6-minute or 8-minute sail down along Sarking Island.
Get ready, Reg. That flag is coming down.
Are we using the gate? The gate is right in front of us, Dwight. Look at this.
All right,
So we
it's
got
going to
to
be
see
some good
the gate.
action.
All right.
Flag's going to be coming down shortly. Everybody's on the mark. Get ready,
Set.
get steady, and they're going to be
By the way, we have
even and hoving in the short minutes.
former administrator Everett Hart, Dwight's dad, sitting here. So Dwight's going to be
not
on his
today.
best,
He's not
best
my.
behavior this
He's not
time.
my dad today.
Oh, he's an enemy today.
He's on opposite side of the fence.
Yeah. Oh,
Reg,
yeah.
I believe they're getting ready to go
A
off.
divided house, huh?
Yep.
Well, I know where Dad is. There goes the gun, and we are
1 minute.
1 minute away from pulling. And what's that other word you use, Dwight?
Heaving and hoving.
Hoving. I don't
Yeah.
know what that hoving is. Hoving is hove too, means you stop. You're not going anywhere. So I hope they're not hoving. I hope nobody's hoving. Everybody's
Heaving.
heaving. Yeah.
All right, let's do a countdown.
30 seconds in.
And we're going to hope for a clean start. Everybody get
Well,
to
we
the
should.
line
We've
clean.
got good separation on the line,
Yeah.
so there should not be a problem unless somebody's road is over in Stocking Island and they're going to be pulling on your port side, in which case you may have a problem. But yeah, we look good. We've got about a four boat length separation, so we should be fine.
And on your screen from the bottom
Tidal
of your screen,
wave.
the ninth position. The
You have
legend.
your eyes on tidal wave, Dwight?
Yes.
Okay. Dwight is going to keep us up to date on every foot the tidal wave sails this afternoon.
And get ready, get steady.
We should be about there.
Start pulling, gentlemen. Start pulling.
Can't heave. Don't get them to heave.
There
There
you
we go.
There's
Now
the
they can
start.
pull.
And there goes start. Legend pulling. Next to her.
That's a lot of boat to get started. But there she goes.
Good news, getting the jib up. Number 16, tidal
Legend
wave.
starting up.
Got
Tidal
that
wave
sail
up.
going up. Number 20, courageous.
That sky
02.
still pulling.
Number 5,
Here comes her sail.
sail going up.
Silent partner.
Number 5 having some trouble. Running tight, having some issues getting the main up. Ed Sky is up. Legend not yet getting the sail up. Just now getting it up.
Yep,
Running
Legend's
tight,
up.
definitely having some issues.
Legend's gone off on port.
Legend's not moving yet. He's not got a sail up as yet, Reg. Still pulling.
Okay, who's on port? Who's just run over on port?
That's Running Tide
That's
and
Running
Ed Sky.
Tide and
Sorry,
Ed
the
Sky.
silent partner and Ed Sky.
Yeah.
Running Tide still having issues. Not full sail as yet. Good news. Stuck.
That's good news.
Stuck. But the tidal wave is off. She's off to the races.
Off and running. Is that
And
Rough Justice sitting
Nobody's
here?
going to catch her if she gets off to a good start. I can assure you of that.
All right, here we go, folks.
Legend off and running. Ed Sky off and running. Right in your
The
living
Legend
room.
is off.
Silent partner coming at you. Tidal wave is gone to the port, Reg.
Yep. She had to go to port. But I think we have going out on starboard. We've got Legend. Is that silent partner?
Everybody is off.
And tidal wave.
Tidal wave going to port along with the good news.
Tight.
And-
So right behind here.
Yeah.
Right behind second boat from the left.
Running tight.
Running tide. So
We're going to give the boats time to get settled, find their groove. Reg,
we see, is that tidal wave
Tidal
coming
wave,
here?
yes.
Coming up?
Yeah, tidal wave's
so
going along the
she's,
line. She's going down the port side.
She's gone south. She's gone to port tack. Everybody else.
Here's a good view
still
of the
on starboard.
Legend being chased by Ed Sky and Silent Partner. Ed Sky running with the big E. A1 Legend, and she is motoring.
She's also,
Running tide
she's
trying to
also
play catch up.
going to the wind because you see running tide is falling down here. That's interesting. You'll see Legend come out around here in a little bit. The big machine.
We're going to see who's going to be the first one to blink, Reg, because they're going to have to, at some point, tack
I
back.
expect that tidal wave will be somewhere near a ley line pretty soon in this direction. She may be the first boat to the windward mark today because of where the wind is.
If she gets there first, they're going
The
to
wind is
catch
pulled
her.
a little bit to east, so that's a good tack that she went on. I assume she can get through the yachts. Can we see the mark this time? No, because it's down over here. It's down over behind the big blue boat. There's tidal wave coming across, and I think everybody's in trouble here.
There goes
Tidal wave
now
going back
the
on starboard,
starboard.
and somebody is across her. Who is that?
Wow, just
Oh boy, the head-to-head. Can we see it? Can we see it?
Tidal wave was cut by a mile. And we can get our drone down in the middle of the harbor and pick up Legend now
We
going
need
back
to
on her
drill
port tack.
right over the dock here, and give us a harbor, and we'll know. Okay. So remember now, this marker's moved down quite a bit. It's up in Ducks Bay. Ducks Bay is that last beach you see up here to your right. So that's where the windward mark will be
Legend
today.
has gone back and she's coming head to head towards running tide. We're going to see who's going to cut who. Legend coming towards running tide. And running tide, a quick tack in front of the Legend. And somebody is stuck. I believe it looks like the Legend has come to. Maybe she's run aground. But she's at a standstill right now. There may be a sandbank there, I'm not sure. But the Legend right now is not moving. She is stuck. Running tide is just dusting her. I'm not sure what's going on with the Legend, Reg. You want to put your binoculars on her?
I'm trying to find out what's going on right now,
See if we
Dwight.
can get the drone on her. But she's not moving. And I believe she can say goodbye race to this one, because those other boats are not going to be waiting for her. Looks like she got going again.
She's going again.
But the Legend just gave up all of her room to the running tide and everybody else. Silent Partner. And Reg on your screen right now coming across the tidal wave. And she's going to be meeting the Courageous, Rough Justice, and all the rest of them. They got a date in the middle of the harbor. Excellent view right now. And here they come. Here they come, Reg. We're going to see right now who's got what.
Well, the race is up here between the boats, the big boats here.
Well, it looks like it's going to be some, not sure. Definitely, tidal wave looks like
Both
she's
of
been
these
cut.
boats here on both.
That Rough Justice cutting her?
Yeah, we got to look out for Rough Justice today, because if she gets away.
And Running Tide is definitely cut her too.
Remember now, tidal wave is not on the gain tack. She's sailing away from the mark. These guys are going to the mark. So she had to get across them, and I don't think she did. I think this is her in between here, in between the vessels. Head to head. And she tacked. Tacked under leash, couldn't cross.
All right, I believe these are your two lead boats in front of you right now. On the left side, Running Tide, who had a bad start but has jumped out in front. Not sure who the boat is on her starboard side at the moment.
We'll see in a bit.
Get our drone down in there.
Can't get the numbers.
Second.
Yeah. We need to get him down a little closer so we can see it.
Reg, I'm trying to see where the buoy is.
The buoy's over here.
Well, relative to where the boats are.
Well, to the right, yeah. You'll see the cluster soon. They got a little ways to go yet.
Okay, I think I see the committee
You can
boat.
see where the boats are heading, so the buoy is somewhere in here. There's Roll Key, Sucking Out, Ducks Bay, somewhere right in here. You see where the boats are stopped. We'll see somewhere right in there. You can see these guys are heading there. So, yeah, we'll see. We can't see it yet. But we've got here that Running Tide.
Yeah, that's Running Tide to your left.
And underneath her is, you just can't see them.
We can get our drone down.
Yeah, we got to drop down a bit, guys,
So we
and
can pick up the sail number.
give us those numbers.
Number 2.
So we can tell you we can't
That
see
is
it.
Courageous, New Courageous, sailing up there. And Jed Monroe said that the Courageous was going to be performing.
Well, it's his boat. He should know. So now we're getting up into Duck Bay, and what happens up here, Dwight, when you're coming off of Socking Island, you usually get a knocking wind.
And here's your mark,
So.
just up to this point,
Yep.
Running Tide, sailing to the mark.
So if you're coming off Higgins, which is where Chat and Chill is, you're going to get a little knock over towards Roll Key. So the boat's coming from Great Exuma side, the mainland side will get a lift off that knock. So it makes it interesting coming to this mark. This is always an interesting place to have this mark. So we see who's first around. Right now it looks like Running Tide is in the position to do that. Trying to find Legend. Legend had a halyard go masthead, so they had to put a man up masthead to get that
I'm not sure that had
Rethreaded.
anything to do with a start, but we'll give it a benefit of the doubt at this point.
well, a little shake up.
We'll see if we can get
Little
the drone to
unsettling.
pick up the rest of the fleet so that we can see what's going on with the rest of the fleet at
So
this
we'll
point.
be at the top mark in just a short while here. There's the mark, Dwight. Oops, the drone has just switched the picture here. Let's go back to the other shot that we had.
I believe that's a Legend at the top.
Go back to the mark. Show us the mark. We just saw it. A little bit more. There's the mark. And this vessel here, we can't see the number, but she's definitely
Running Tide.
getting to the mark.
In first place.
And New Courageous.
New Courageous in second. I
And
believe,
over here is
I
another
believe
boat
Rough
coming over
Justice
here.
Maybe coming around in third.
That's pretty close there for boats to be at that mark. That wouldn't be that close. Once they head downwind, they'd come to the gate here just in front of us, so we're going to get a really good look, Dwight. And this gate today might...
Running Tide now going to the mark. Are we going to get a drone up on the mark?
Looking for tidal wave.
Running Tide going around the mark. First place.
There's quite a bit of boats in there. This is Legend, I think, coming in at the top here.
Looks like Silent Partner going around in second place. And then New Courageous following her in 3rd place.
So we really need to drop down to where we can make out the numbers.
Drone, I think, is at the end of its limit.
Okay.
So we have to wait for them to come back to us. Drone is at the end of her range. But coming at you is going to be the running
Christina
tide.
just waved this off. Running Tide, and behind her would be Courageous, I would think.
No, Silent Partner.
A Silent Partner is behind. Dwight sees a lot better than I do at this distance. So they're going to come right down in front of us and make the turn through the gate. And as we told you, this is new to us. This is the first year we're doing it. So you see the 2 yellow markers right out in front of the dock here. That is what we call the gate. You can go either to your right, which would be a starboard tack out of there, or to your left, which is a port. I don't see anybody using the port side because of these vessels here and the close distance you have. You get blanketed. So I expect everybody to go to starboard today.
All right, we got another couple of 2 boats coming around. I think Rough Justice is already cleared.
On your screen, that lead boat is Running Tide. You can see they step back, all on the same line, coming down. Now they're heading sort of southwest, right into the sun. The wind did not increase as we anticipated, so around about 17 knots right now, maybe less.
Right now it's showing 17 knots out there.
Okay.
Doesn't feel that way here.
No, but we're sheltered because the wind's moved around a bit over these boats. Are sheltering us, so out on the open water. And if it's 17, you've got some gusts up there to maybe 20. You might notice, folks, that the back of the fleet tends to roll down on the front of the fleet, and that's because the wind comes from the back of the fleet, and so the boats at the back of the fleet will get the puff first. They'll drive down on the lead boats until the lead boats get it, and then they'll stretch it out again. You know, the distance between these boats pretty even coming down here, which means that they're around the mark about the same time.
Yep, and Reg will definitely be able to call it as it is once they get to the gate, because the gate's going to be right in front of us.
Right in front of us. Right now we can tell you that it is Running Tide still leading. And the big sail back there I would think is Legend. There'll be 6 boats coming, 7. All on the downwind leg.
Yep.
Each up and down is called a leg, folks. So this would be the second leg, which is downwind. They'll go through the gate, back up to the windward mark. And then I think it's back down here through the gate and finish.
And all 9 boats are now around, finally. And as we have been saying, we've got 3 boats represented from Long Island, 3 boats represented from Exuma, and 3 boats represented from Regatta Island.
Now these are averaging maybe 6-8 knots right now.
About.
The A-class boats at the top of the fleet, folks, 28 feet overall. They carry pretty close to 400 plus yards, square yards of sail. The little sail on the front is called the jib, the big sail of Maine. The mast height, I think the tallest out here would be probably Captain Jean, which is would be taller than Legend. She's 64 feet. I think Legend is 63. But they can't use all of that mast today, Dwight. Got a lot of it sticking up there.
Well, here they come, Reg, right in your living room. Right at you. Legend currently sailing in 5th place, I believe. Either 5th or 6th place.
Might be
Tidal Wave trailing her in 7th or 8th place.
I'm surprised that Tidal Wave is that far back.
Let me see it again. Five, 24, 3. Who's 24? I'm not supposed to have a 24. All right, Reg. Call it as you see it. Running Tide. Red Stripe. Silent Partner. 2nd.
So we thought Courageous was in there, but it's Silent Partner. Though we'll go stop it out of here for sure. And the fleet is bunched up. It's not as far apart as you thought. It's Rough Justice. Ed Sky hooked up.
All right.
Captain Jean is coming into view here.
And even with all of the issues that she had, the Legend has still sailed herself back. Tidal Wave not to be seen.
Yeah, she's coming here. Okay, Legends
There's
at the back of this.
Running Tide around.
Running Tides around.
Red Stripe, Silent Partner around. Good News coming to the mark. Sorry. Courageous coming to the mark in 3rd. Ed Sky in 4th. Rough Justice in 5th. Captain Jean in 6th. Legend in 7th. Tidal Wave in 8th. And Good News in 9th.
So, this is just going to be a chase. Let's see what Legend does. She goes around, comes back on port right away. Of course, she'll be covered. But that is the only option she has right now. Gonna have to make a couple of hard tacks real fast.
Tidal Wave sailing with a very small sail. Yeah, Tidal Wave sailing with an extremely small sail. I believe she may have put on the wrong sail for today's race. Definitely hampered.
Okay, the only thing that I can see for Legend, Dwight, is that she's got to go out here just a little bit, get on port tack right away, and head back east. She's got to make Stefan work for this one. She lays down on this, she's given up, and you could forget it. Stefan's already over on port. So if she hasn't gone to port yet, it's over.
Ed Skies decided to jump with Stefan, so he's gone back. And so has Rough Justice. They're not waiting. And we're going to invite you, if you haven't done so already, vote for your favorite boat. Log on to the app
Different sales today.
and vote for your favorite boat.
Person or boat
You
or
can also
stall.
vote for your favorite stall also. But the race, Reg, is still
Is
silent partner that was holding second place has now got herself in some trouble. And she looks like she's faltering almost in the same spot that the legend faltered in earlier. And what has that done? It has allowed Rough Justice to break free. And Ed Sky.
Well,
go
Legend
chasing.
is back on port and rumbling.
Running tide. And so all of these boats seemingly run into some kind of issues trying to get back on that port tack.
Well, I think the tide is pretty low right now, so I wouldn't think there are any spots out there that can hit, but you never know. Oh, I think this one's in the books.
Well, I mean, you knew that you couldn't hold Stefan completely.
Well, you can't make mistakes with him.
No.
And today you can't. As we said earlier, in a short race course, there's no way you're not even allowed one mistake.
Yes.
And the Legend made one out there, whether she missed it or ran aground or whatever. But Courageous was up there.
Yep.
Silent Partner sailing better today.
Yep. Not anymore.
And we've got a wind that's pulling a little,
They're getting
little more
dusted
to
right
the
now.
east. Might make it a little more difficult to get to that rock. We're waiting for the drone to get back up. So, Administrator, how are you enjoying it? Which is your boat today?
Had a mishap, but get back in the race.
Okay. Legend? You a Legend man? Yes, I see her.
Because a lot of them down before they get
I guess you're talking to your son because he's a little quiet right now. He'll get excited in a minute. Legend is back, folks. We can't figure what's wrong with Tidal Wave. Right, think she's got not enough sail today.
No, enough sail. And
Everybody anticipated the wind being up. The forecast called for
and
it.
as you can see, her sail has suddenly gone back up. So she probably was only sailing with 3/4 of the sail to begin with.
Well,
All right, Sean
you know
coming
the
back
idea,
up now.
the idea here is downwind. You put it up when you drop a couple
Yeah,
of tacks.
she's still
So,
sailing with a pretty small sail.
so she should have had more coming down than going out. So
All right, we're gonna
these
see if we
boats
can
that are
pick up-
running through the field should not be doing that.
We're going to pick up the race in the middle of the harbor.
But she is standing straight up. There's just no heel to it at all.
Well, for those Legend fans that was looking for a clean sweep, I think they're going to be disappointed today.
Well,
Stefan has come to prove that Running Tide can still rumble, and he still has it in him.
What did you
So-
say about the lady singing?
You wait until that fat lady sings. It's not over until she sings.
Okay. She hasn't sung yet. And there goes Running Tide, seemingly on her own, headed for the windward mark.
We got a whole bunch of other comments coming through. Clayton McKenzie, let's go Running Tide. Randy Roll, that's Senator Randy Roll. Hey, Dwight Captain Gene. Celine Cartwright, pull that rope, boys. Bernadette Chamberlain, let's go Tidal Wave from Staniel Key. Trina P, let's go Silent Partner, Black Point. Patrice Thompson, let's go Cookie, Tidal Wave. Celine Cartwright again, let's go Long Island. Angel, let's go Silent Partner. Running Tide legend Rough Justice, let's go boys, says Celine. Aaron knows we can't see the boats. The Dawn says LOL. And everybody was commenting that they couldn't
Thank
see
you
the
for your
boats.
comments.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you for
believe
letting us know you're watching and where you're from. And if you're outside the country, we had a couple calls in from the U.S. If you're anywhere in Europe, we'd love to hear from you. Usually we have somebody over in Australia listening to these races. If you can hear us, I know it's probably night on the next day over there. Give us a shout. Love to hear from you.
here's Running Tide. Here's the rest of the fleet. She's
uh,
motoring away from the rest of them.
Yep.
Nobody's going to catch her anymore today. This
Nope.
one is over. So for all of you other Long Island fans, you're going to have to settle for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place because this race is over. No one's going to catch Stefan. You're going to see her stern for the rest of this race. And
Bet on a sure thing, right?
yeah, Tidal Wave, you know, whatever issues are, she still got them.
Well,
I got a bald-headed friend up there in Toronto, Gerald Wells, who's just winning my money by the hour right now. And
well, you got to pay to play, Dwight.
yeah, I
got
got
to pay to play.
And so,
Folks, we've just had fantastic racing over the last couple of days. And this is just an example of the fortunes of
sailing.
sailboat racing.
Yep.
1 hour before the gun, Legend was getting ready to romp again today.
Yep.
She had the halyard break and go masthead, and they had to send a man up there to get it. That sort of shook up the whole plans. They got to the line, probably still unsettled. Still haven't settled down. Of course, that's the only thing that Stefan needs is you to sneeze.
Yes.
And you will catch a cold from him. Seriously.
And Stefan is coming to the
Put the hammer down, come to the mark.
mark again. And, you know,
I'd like to.
I'm looking at Stefan going around the mark on one end of the course.
And
Good news here
come around the other.
on the other end of the course, struggling. I think those guys went fishing for a while, just getting back into the race.
I wonder if we get 3 laps here or 2 laps. I'd like to find that out, whether Commodore gave us an extra lap here because of the short race. That would be interesting.
Running Tide around. First place.
Let's see who the second boat's going to be.
Not even
Should be
close.
Silent Partner.
No, sir. Not Silent Partner. Second
Well-
boat around is going to be Rough Justice.
Well, then Rough Justice quarter.
Silent Partner got stuck in the wind, and Rough Justice blew past her. Look for number 10. If you see number 10 come in, that is Rough Justice.
And if you see A1, get scared.
Not even in the picture.
She's not there yet.
Here comes
This
Rough,
gentleman over my shoulder here is
here comes Rough Justice.
Administrator Everett Hart, Dwight's dad.
Rough Justice coming in second place. New Courageous,
There's a big
hot on her
screen.
heel, third place.
Nothing back here. Yeah, they've kind of separated themselves from the rest of the fleet for right now. So we're going to wait a little while for the next boat to go around the windward mark. The first 3 boats are around. Rough Justice followed by
Courageous.
I'm willing to bet that some of the boats don't have the sails on that they needed because they thought the wind would go up.
Who's the next boat?
We don't know yet. Still waiting.
Legend. Around. Followed by Captain Gene.
Tighten it up. So now they rumble down here. I believe they're going to come to the gate again and go back to the windward mark. If our directors can confirm that for us, whether or not we have a 2-lap or a 3-lapper. I'd love to see a 3rd lap. Wouldn't you, Dwight?
No, I think
I
because
think we
they
could
stretch this out.
put this one in
only
the books.
lap, I know.
Doesn't make sense to rumble up and down in the same position. We might as well end this one for the day and get ready for tomorrow. I mean, been good so far.
You got to pull your guys in tonight, Dwight, and read the riot act. You know. Folks, we're in beautiful Elizabeth Harbor. The sun is over the top, casting a different glow on the water and the skies. And Stocking Island stands out just a little bit more now. Dwight, we should be sitting on a bed, chat and chill right now, man.
Yeah, that would be a sight, a place to be. But
I wanted to mention, Dwight, that for those of you here on the site, there's some model boats down on the dock here done by Captain Don. You'll see what the boats look like up close. They're quite good examples of model sloops, sailing sloops. He also has some of the older sloops in there with the gaff rig sails. See a little boom at the top of the sail, not a headboard, really a boom, and that's called a gaff rig. We use on these boats what we call the mutton shoulder, which is just like a triangular sail. But in the old days, they would also have a gaff rig, like the old schooners used to have. I think he's got a couple of those down there. So take a look. The big one, just so you know, is $8,000. A lot of work in that boat. There you go, Dwight. There's a good gift.
there is running tide in first place. And we can get our drone to just take the same line and move up towards the second place boat, just so that we can confirm. Yes, just.
Reno, you could catch running tide.
I'm starting to see a red hue on that boat.
I got it. Your head's up.
And if that's a red hue, then that's silent
partner. Well, she was second here, going here. This is why I asked whether it was, whether it was she going around the mark up there in second place.
And so definitely silent partner running in second place.
Yeah. I didn't think New Courageous would catch her.
Well, New Courageous, Ed Sky.
Ed Sky won one of these races. She was, I believe, second yesterday.
Second, yep. And it looks like she may be holding on to third place right now.
And I want to see if Legend picked up, Legend was in fourth, you said?
Legend looks like she is holding on to fifth place at the moment.
You got the front boat?
What's this boy doing?
Reg, I am not sure I am seeing right.
What are you not seeing?
Do we have a boat that's in trouble down at the upwind marker?
We can't tell. We need to get the drone up there. I don't know why we would have a boat in trouble.
Once you could catch these front boats, I can fly. Walk that way. Let me know when you have something.
There.
Not sure what I was seeing.
No, I don't see one.
It's all the way this way.
Oh, I can't see over there. I can't see that side of the screen. Well, folks, this big dance is going to come to a rapid close. I don't know if our directors can check in with Race Central and see whether or not they will extend this.
Proceed. Once we know something, I need to.
What do we have on the water here, Dwight?
It's a kite.
Where's the kite? The kite guy.
The guy's in the water.
Don't see him there.
Yeah, he's there.
So here we come to the lower gate.
The running tide just running away from the rest of the fleet. And Reg, yeah, it's been confirmed that we had a boat that sank at the windward mark.
Okay, which one?
I'm not sure yet.
Did they not tell us?
If you look
Yeah.
right here, you can
Yeah.
barely see the sail
Yeah.
sticking out of the water. And at this point, it can only be the tidal wave or Captain Gene. Rough Justice
Rough Justice is
has
under.
sank. Rough Justice has sank
Hello, Long Island.
at the mark.
We have not so good news.
And I believe, Reg, that I have a wager
With Rough Justice?
with Rough Justice. and I have it in a text message. And the message said, sink or sail, you're going to have to pay.
You're a tough man, Dwight. So we've got, and it looks to me like we
Got a
might
tide
be
going
going.
around.
We might be going to for another lap. Were we able to check that? Because she's headed over to on starboard over to Stalking Island, and she hasn't tacked yet.
Well, you know, the finish line is going to be...
Yeah, I know, but I'm just
Pretty
watching how
high.
far she's going to go. She doesn't have to go very far. If the finish line is here, she doesn't have to go very far. She could almost tack now. So if she tacks shortly, then
Second place
We
coming
don't
to
have
the
it.
gate at the moment. And there is your boat underwater, Reg.
yep.
All of those gentlemen dressed in black. Sailors from Rough Justice. Rough Justice underwater.
That's too bad.
And here comes Captain Gene. And let me tell you, this is going to be the third day in a row that Captain Gene beats Tidal Wave. So bragging rights
Really?
for Exuma. For Pat Smith on the Rough Justice.
And I think she's so hampered
And
by
she's
that.
also beating the legend, the mighty legend. If she don't finish this race, you can't for the regatta. Okay, that's it. And Reg,
Yeah,
we're hearing some other news about the legend, that the legend also had some issues
Well,
and
we-
apparently has retired. And that's why we haven't seen her come to the markers yet. So we started with 9.
we just had a call in to advise us that Rough Justice is sank. And just had to let them know we already have that information.
Yep. Not sure what happened there.
So, as we thought, this is going to be a 2-lapper. So here goes Stefan back to the finish line, I would think. Look at Captain Gene, Dwight. Let's get out there. He has just too much boom on that boat. Needs a smaller boom. Get the sail setting right. So we had two unexpected events in this race.
Yep.
Some issues with Legend, starting with the halyard, and then something that we cannot figure out in the middle of the harbor. We'll have to find out whether she actually did run aground or had another problem. And now we're learning that she may have retired. Not confirmed yet.
Well,
So that leaves it.
knocking the Legend out and knocking Rough Justice out has just tossed this whole A-class competition up in the air. Running Tide, we know, is now leapt to the front in points. But Silent Partner, Ed Sky is now unofficially the second place boat. Wow. What a turn of fortunes.
So tomorrow is going to be exciting. Very, very exciting. It's a good tack by Captain Gene. Look at that. It's really nice. Your boat is tacking really, really nicely. Captain Gene is the new A class, folks. It was built here in Stewart Manor in Bucktown by Pat Smith. She's 25 feet overall. She's carrying 64 feet of mast. Today she has too big a boom. It's sticking out about 10 feet over the end of that sail. It might be hampering her a little bit, but we know that the boat can sail. She can be competitive. And so far, Dwight, she's sailed incident-free.
Yes. And there's the world-famous tidal wave.
She does have on a very, very small sail.
Looking like a weak woman right now.
Careful
make
there,
her way
my
to the
friend.
line.
Careful there.
Yeah, I better be careful.
When you throw those things, I'm the one sitting on the right in the dark shirt without the nice writings on the arm. Make sure you get that guy on the left.
But definitely looks like the sail she's sailing.
No, it is too small. It's definitely too small.
Yeah. For these conditions.
And
You know,
maybe they
our
didn't-
wind markers are saying 17, 18, but Reg, I am impressed to think that it's blowing that hard out there.
No, it is.
It seems like this is more 12, 13.
Well, you have to remember, again, the wind's gone a little bit over Regatta Point here, so we're getting a break from it. Plus, we have the plastic glass here. But out there in the open water, you're getting it full force, coming straight down the harbor.
And
That is a very small sail.
it looks
That
like
almost looks like a B-class sail.
It looks like we may be having a third lap.
Yeah, it looks that way now.
Don't think it's going to affect the current
Oh
standards.
no,
Unless
it's just
you have
gonna
another mishap.
Well, if you're gonna break, something was gonna break, it would have done so by now, I think.
A
Interesting
good
to
view
know what
there
happened to
of
Legend.
the Silent Partner to the bottom of your screen. Ed Sky striking from the top. Courageous. All in the mix.
I think it's pretty settled down to what you're gonna see here to finish.
You wanna know something interesting? Silent Partner is carrying sail number 24.
Yeah.
That's not her sail.
No.
Who carries sail number 24? Let me see your knowledge of sailing here.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I
Lady
don't.
Sonia. Lady Sonia is 24. Check your B
On the B.
standards. So
Okay.
Silent Partner is sailing with
that's a-
Buzzy's big sail from Class B.
Could be. Yeah, makes sense.
Buzzy is the skipper.
Makes sense, he's
on
the
Silent
skipper.
Partner. And so they probably did not have a small sail for today, and so they borrowed Lady Sonia's biggest sail.
They had some sail issues. I spoke to one of the guys today. So they did have some sail issues.
That's why we were confused earlier about trying to identify which boat it was. But that says it all. Good news now, just making our way to the mark for the final time. And there's a shot of the tidal wave. Looking graceful.
I'm looking for Legend to see whether she went back to the windward mark. I didn't see her come out
Here
here.
goes running tide. Going around the upwind mark for the final time. And this is where you have to be really, really careful because I believe this is where Rough Justice went down
Somewhere here.
earlier. Trying to make her way around the mark.
Rawson would have been out there, I would think. May have even moved her by now.
Nope.
She's still there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still see a mast sticking out of the
Because
water.
we have a rescue group this time. Ralston and McGregor.
Just to the top right hand, well,
Yeah.
it's gone now.
Yes.
And I believe this
So
is...
if that's the case, that was not at the mark.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that was not at the mark. That was
Yeah.
before the mark. So that's an interesting.
Unless she drifted down there.
Or they towed her down. We'll find out. We'll find out and bring you that information, folks. I doubt that it's possible that she could be back up and sailing tomorrow with the new arrangements that we have. So we'll see what happens. We have McGregor, Ross and McGregor's group with lift bags and pumps. So
Silent partner now coming into view. As she is going to make her way to the mark, upwind mark for the final time. And off to the left, you can see the mass of Rough Justice sticking up out of the water.
on your
Boat
screen,
completely underwater.
on your screen, you can see that. We can't see it from here. So, what started out as a gala event here is kind of quieted down
Yeah,
to the extent that we've lost 2 vessels.
2 vessels. And 2 vessels from Long Island falling out. And that is really going to shake up the overall standings tomorrow.
So we have an old matchup, Buzzy and Stefan.
Again,
Yeah.
in the 3rd class.
Yes, sir.
Well, no, 2 classes. Because Buzzy's nowhere to be found in B class. But in C and A, a good match going on.
Still can't figure what happened in B class. She should have been there. No reason for Sonia not to be there. So we'll check that one out too.
If the numbers stay as they are, Running Tide will be leading A class in points with 4. Silent Partner will have 7. Ed Sky, I believe, will also have 7. And those will be your top 3 boats going into tomorrow's race.
So Ed Sky had a first, or was that in the cup race?
Ed Sky has a 2nd in the points.
Did she not have a
And
first?
she's currently
Did she not have a? Did she
No,
not have a first?
We've only
one?
had 1 A-class points race so far that the Legend won yesterday.
So who won the cup race?
Legend,
Legend did.
yes.
Why do I think? Anyway, not important at this point. It's all over but the singing. Just a comment, folks. If you're looking at these boats that are docked up here, these are the kinds of boats that supply the island. Everything we have on the island, well, just about everything, comes in either from New Providence or from the United States. And this is the offloading dock, government dock in downtown Georgetown. And if you look up towards the north end of the harbor, you'll see one of these huge ships coming in just now. It's pretty shallow in
Reg.
the middle of the harbor, so they'll go over along
If I'm
Stocking
not-
Island as a channel, and then they come across to the dock here. Sorry, Dwight.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Captain Jean may have possibly caught up and overtaken Ed Sky.
Now
Just
that would be a good story.
We'll
Let's
have
see
to
if that's
have
true.
to confirm.
It's right here in front
But
of us.
I believe this is Captain Jean just to the left,
Can't tell
and
the
Ed
numbers.
Sky down
Ed
to the
Sky
front,
there.
because this boat on the bottom right-hand side of your screen is Silent Partner, and this is Courageous just behind her, I believe.
So we shall see. There's some passing going on right now. Captain Jean,
And
I think.
I may be wrong. I may be wrong because I may be confusing Ed Sky with Courageous.
With Courageous. Number 3 is the third boat in that, and that would be Ed Sky, right?
Yes.
So she's the third boat in there, and I think the boat behind her would be Captain Jean. The two tall masts there. So
And running tide, yes. The
Yeah.
race has ended, Reg. They're not
Yeah.
coming all the way down.
Yeah, right here. Running tide is through. So the next boat through looks to be
Finish.
next boat through should be Silent Partner.
And so, update on the condition of the Legend.
Yeah.
Apparently, she has broken her boom. And I'm not sure. I'm sure if it's broken, they may be able to repair it.
They'll probably have a spare as well.
And they may have a spare.
Yeah. So she'll
They may
definitely
have
race
spare.
the game. At the runs in threes, though. You know, the Halliot
Yep.
stuck in the harbor,
Yep.
and now the boom.
Boom is broken. Yeah. Unfortunate, but we wish those guys well. And hopefully they'll be able to get it repaired. Mark, the best boat builder, is on island. Pat Smith and his crew have got all the wood that they need down there. And so
She'll be back.
they should be able to repair for tonight.
Because as the
So-
wind drops, they'll need a bigger boom, which she probably has. Because I'm sure the boom today is not for the big sail. But
And
this wind is
so-
coming up again, Dwight. So maybe we are going to get a blow tomorrow.
Second place boat. Is this your second place boat coming to the line?
Should be. Should be Silent Partner. Hang on to that for me there. Just
And Reg, the race is coming to an end. We have the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band about to
tuning up behind us.
get playing, and so I think we're going to get some coverage of that and bring that to you as this race comes to an end. Ed Sky going through. Followed by Captain Jean. There you have it. World famous Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band.
Just trying to get a look here tomorrow.
Watch your band, look, I noticed that.
me know. The audio, you still create through audio? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the 68th Annual National Family Island Regatta. Right on your screen right now is the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band. As you can see, we're here in beautiful Exuma, Bahamas. Those of you watching, feel free to drop us a comment down in the comment section. Let us know where you're tuned in from. It's been an incredible week so far here for the regatta. Persons near and far have come to join us. It's been truly an incredible day. Today the winds have picked up a lot of mishaps. We had a lot of penalties being applied. But we hope you guys have been enjoying the coverage. Again, if you are interested in voting, as you could see on your screen right now, we have some of these beautiful shacks. And so you guys can go ahead and vote by downloading the National Family Island Regatta app. Simply search NIFR, N-F-I-R, wherever you download your apps from, whether that's the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. So this Defense Force Band, they always put on a show. As you can see, these folks have all gathered here in the streets to watch them. But again, this is the 68th Annual National Family Island Regatta, held right here in beautiful Elizabeth Harbor. Again, you can vote for your favorite boat and your favorite stall. And so if you guys are out here, you've been enjoying some of the food from these amazing shacks, you guys can go ahead and vote for them. The winner will be announced at the closing ceremony tomorrow on Saturday. And so if you got a friend, some family members out here that's they own a stall, go ahead and vote for them. I'm sure they would appreciate it. But I'm just going to allow you guys to enjoy some more of this Defense Force presentation. Our commentators have left the booth. I see Reg coming back right now. And so, Reg, our viewers are enjoying the coverage of this Defense Force band. I'm just going to hand it back over to you.
Okay. Okay, well, you heard the sounds in the background. That is the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band, and I'm sure you saw that. It's quite a spectacle. They come in and put on these performances, flown in from New Providence. This is usually on the last evening, but they here tonight, all dressed in white, nice shiny horns, and it's an all brass band. Just a spectacular performance, and we always love to see our Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. They've appeared all over the world, entertained all over the world, and so it's always nice to have them here as an addition to the National Family Island Regatta. We should have some of our dignitaries here right next to us. As a matter of fact, it's a VIP tent, and I can't see who's in there, but I'm sure that some of our Member of Parliaments are here now, and they'll be in there watching, listening to the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band, and of course catching up on the racing. We're just about concluded here today. We're going to go back and review. We're waiting for Dwight to come back, and we'll review today's racing. We started out this morning with E-Class, the final E-Class race, and then we went to C-Class, we had B-Classes, B1 B-Class, and now the final A-Class. Quite a day of racing here at the Elizabeth Harbor. Festivities will start now tonight and go on into the late evening. We have different entertainers on stage, and we'll get some of those for you. Coming by us right now is the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. I can just turn and watch them as they go by. Because my favorite are the tubas, the big horns that make the boom boom sound. So it's really, really spectacular. Folks, if you ever want to have a good last week Easter holiday, April, end of April, come on down to Exuma. We have lots and lots of room for you. We have all sorts of different types of accommodations. We're sure we can find something to suit you. So come on down and see us. Come visit to us. We'd love to share with you one of the gems, one of the last remaining really, truly unspoiled, beautiful spots on the planet. We're trying very hard to keep it that way. And so we're looking forward to having you here. And when you are here, do let us know that you are. If we are broadcasting here, you can come by the booth. Drop us a note, better yet. We want to suggest that you go ahead and get the NIFR, the Nassau Family Island app. You can go ahead and get it off Play Store. And it definitely will teach you about sloop sailing in the Bahamas. It has everything, all of the boats, all of the captains. We have different videos of different past races. Just a very, very informative app. Probably one of the most enjoyable that you're going to ever have. So Dwight just got back, Dwight, talking about the app.
Yes.
Saying what a fantastic piece of work that is.
Yes, yes,
and
absolutely
encouraging
wonderful.
people to go ahead and get that app.
Yep.
Because you have you can not only use that for Nassau Family Island Regatta, but when the other races come up, you'll get to
Yes.
see that.
Yep.
And whenever we're producing, whenever we're on, of course, we will have the reporting for you. But you can use that to learn about sloop racing.
Yes.
And about the different boats in sloop racing, the names,
The rules and all that
the
stuff.
rules,
Yep.
it's all there, you know? I think it's been a super day, Dwight.
Yep.
That was spectacular, was it?
Oh, wow. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force. No match for the Royal Bahamas Police Force,
no match,
mind you.
no match.
Which
Did you see that new dance?
Yeah, yeah. But tomorrow, Reg, they're going to have the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
That's
And
right.
also the Exuma marching band, youth marching band
I
is going to be
kept
on.
saying the Royal Bahamas Police Force, but that's
The Defense Force, yes.
all in white.
Yes.
And the
yes.
nice shiny horns.
Yeah.
So
Police-
tomorrow you'll see the
original.
original Royal
Yes,
Bahamas Police
marching
Force
band. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So we're really doing it this year.
Yep.
Turning it out. Yeah. So, not a good day for you.
Any day that I'm in
in terms-
Exuma
in terms-
enjoying sailing, it's a good day.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Don't run away from it.
my favorite boat, didn't do as well as I wanted it to do, but she's still here. She came,
Dwight,
she
she's here.
performed.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
going to say that.
She
She's
sailed.
here. She
Yeah.
performed.
I
Okay.
just think that
She was
today.
consistent in every race.
Yeah, today just the wrong sail. I mean, that was obvious. That small sail was not gonna be the best sail today. But
I talked to a couple of
we'll live-
guys. There's still some irons to be worked out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, for sure.
Because she's just
For sure.
coming back.
Yes,
you
yes,
know?
yeah.
It's tough to transition from a Rolly Gray operation to the new younger guys. It's
Yeah.
just a different.
well,
Okay.
the mere fact that the tidal wave has not it's not sailed at a regatta in quite a few years. So it's she was here last year, but not in full form. But it's good to see her back. She's able to sail, and those guys will figure it out. And
They'll figure it out.
we'll be back. We'll be back. Right, even tomorrow is another new day, and who knows?
I just
She may surprise all of us tomorrow
I
and
just
win
love
the
to
race.
see those guys come together and use all of the tools that they have down there
Yeah.
to put that boat back where she should be.
Yeah, unfortunate set of events with both the Legend and Rough Justice.
Yes.
Two boats out of Long Island. Legend had been dominating the races.
And she would have dominated today. I think they were a little shook up and rushing to the line, and they just didn't get their act together today. But
Yeah.
she is still no disrespect to
Running Tide.
or to Stefan. Legend is the boat. I mean, it's the boat to beat when you come to these races, especially when the wind blows, Dwight. She's definitely the boat to beat. And I'm going to go on record now as saying that you have to watch Captain Jean. Because I'm very impressed with what she did.
Yep. She's
as a
proven
leader.
that she can sail with the rest of them, right? I think everybody expected that she would just kind of drift around the course and not even be competitive at all. Pat has certainly proven that to be wrong. and we're happy for him. And again, a new boat, so we'll have to figure out how to properly trim her, which sails to use when, and so forth. And we expect that as time goes on, they will be up in there with the rest of them. We've got a whole bunch of other comments coming along
Yeah.
on our comment page.
Yeah, I took my comment page off, so.
And let's
go ahead and
see.
read them.
I'm going to have to go all the way to the. Oh, man. Rough Justice just capsized. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Y'all vote for boat or store, but not mention
Somebody
the app
called that in.
to use for voting. We did. Where's the Rough Justice? Dwight, y'all doing a good job. Kendrick Knowles out of Long Island. Priscilla Dean was pulling for the silent partner. Kendrick Knowles pulling for Running Tide. Ingrid Knowles, let's go Rough Justice. And we've got the Believers Faith Christian Ministries. Dwight, this is your cousin, Dr. Joseph Smith from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Wow. Let's go, baby. Leanne Harden, that's Running Tide. Running Tide, Running Tide. My Street, Running Tide. Isaac Fox.
Is that a chat?
This
the
is live chat, yes.
Live chat here.
Trina B. Oh boy, somebody's getting at me for saying a weak woman.
That's why I told him to throw the bottles over there.
Is there a mandatory draft for the keel on these boats? Neil Pritchett is asking that question. Leanne Harding is sending a shout out to Scotty Boy. We will drink some Michelob tonight. Isaac Fox, shout out to my boys Carson, Mill, and Jonathan Harden on the Running Tide. Mrs. Fig, congratulations to Miss Leanne. Cole Carey, we're watching from Vancouver in this cold weather, but right from Nassau. And someone was asking, were there any injuries on Rough Justice? Someone is saying that they heard there were some injuries. Don't know for sure.
Not that we know.
LOL, yes, Reg, you got the name correct now. I'm not sure who that person, but that's Ashley, Reg. But she was sending the message to you, some name you'd gotten wrong. She said you got it right now. So keep the comments coming, folks. Tomorrow we'll pick up and say some more. Reg, I believe, as we watch these drone views of the Regatta village, colorful village, shacks, the flags flowing, water in the background, got a lot of music going on.
I'm trying to get the weather. The weather here tonight is going to be partly cloudy skies, low 22 degrees centigrade, winds condition east-northeast, 25 to 40 kilometers.
What does that translate to knots?
No, I don't know. That's about 21, 22, 23 knots, somewhere in there, I think. I'm not sure about that. So I want to go into Saturday. Saturday is going to be, are you ready? Partly cloudy skies with gusty winds, high 26 centigrade, east-northeast, 30 to 50 K. High wind gusts possible.
All right, so in knots, the highest we're going to register tomorrow based on my app is telling me is 22 on a knot, so it's going to average between 20 and 22 tomorrow. And that's
22 knots.
Yes, that's basically on the edge of the envelope for C class.
So what they're calling for, as you just heard, they're calling for 25 to 40 at
kilometers.
Out of the east northeast. So that's over the limit.
Well, kilometers, but knots. Knots. They can sail up to 20, I think.
Yeah.
In the C class.
Yeah.
And a much higher in the A and B. So 22, I think, is the highest knots that's predicted for tomorrow. But when tomorrow gets here, we'll see. I mean, it may come, it may not come.
I'm going to translate that for our local folk, right? It says 25.
And a view of the back of some of the shacks where we have some of your E and C class sloops all tied up. Mostly C, I believe, at this point. I think the majority of the E-Class sloops have already been put on their respective trailers and moved from the site because they are all completed as far as sailing.
Actually,
And,
we're looking at, they're saying that 25 kilometers per hour is 15 knots. So that's from 15 up to
22.
about 22, 23.
Yeah.
And there will be higher gusts.
Yeah.
That's a steady wind.
Yeah.
So there'll be higher gusts. So it'll be on the top end of the scale for these boats tomorrow. But again, you know, it was supposed to be 20 this afternoon, Billy.
Yeah.
And now look at it.
It's
you
like
know.
13. 13 now.
So I think we're going to be just fine tomorrow.
Well, I believe we can wrap this one up today, Reg.
Let's go back to this morning. We started out with the reclass this morning that again went quite well. I think all the new additions with the gate and the zone and the rules being published, I think the fleet took it quite well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
we
they
had some
took
good
it
sailing in the C class, good sailing in the B class, and
So
excellent
that-
sailing in A class.
In E class, that leaves, I think that leaves Sugarloaf as the supposedly winner,
Yep.
top boat in E class. In C class, we have an interesting situation tomorrow.
Yep. Dogfight between Bull Reg out of Exuma and Sassy Sue out of Long Island. Buzzy Roll, Stefan Knowles.
And we just learned that Sassy Sue was penalized in this morning's race. So she now
Has to make up some
has
ground.
to make up some ground. She needs to make up 3 points on
Buzzy.
Buzzy.
Yeah.
On Bull Reg.
Bull Reg,
So
yeah.
that's going to be interesting to see. Stefan will definitely be out to match anybody he can tomorrow.
Well-
That's if C sails.
Well, the thing is, I think the job now is going to be on Buzzy to ensure that he either beats Sassy Sue or he does not let her separate him by more than 4 boats.
Yeah.
All right?
3 boats.
Or 3 boats, really.
Yeah. 3 boats.
And so that's going to be his job tomorrow, to beat Stefan or to stay within 2 to 3 boats from him.
Now that's if we sail.
If we sail,
don't
yes.
sail, then we go back to the cup race.
If that is in fact going to be the case, if C-Class doesn't sail tomorrow and they use the cup race points as points, then Sassy Sue
Sassy
will
Sue's
be
a
a
clear
champion.
win.
Will
Yeah.
be a champion, without a
Yeah.
doubt. And
So fingers crossed that we can sail.
likewise in B-Class, we currently have a tie between the Lonesome Dove out of Abaco and
Again,
Stefan Knowles with
Stefan
Susan
Knowles.
Chase.
Jeff and Stefan going at it in B class
Yeah.
tomorrow, and we saw a different boat today in Dove.
Yeah, she sailed.
Totally different boat.
Got her trimmed well, and she stayed up good and sailed well. So in any event, if we don't sail B tomorrow, then that race, that series will also go to Stefan because he has the win in the cup race. Fast forward now to the A class, and as it is now, the legend won the cup race, and she also won the first points race. So that would give her 2 points if we had to use the cup race as a points race, but she did not finish today, which means that would drop her to 9 points. And so 9 plus 2 would give her 11.
7 points.
Running Tide got a 3rd place, I think, in the first cup race. I believe she got
Was she not second?
a 3rd place.
I think she was second or third.
Yeah, she may have gotten 2nd. I think she got a 3rd place in the first points race yesterday, so that would give her 5. Plus she got first today, which would give her 1. So she would be 6 points, and there's not a boat that would have a lower tally than 6 points. And so Stefan,
Triple crown.
if there aren't any races tomorrow, would be triple crown all over again.
Yeah.
And so it's it's kind of funny when you look at
How it
it,
works out, huh?
right? Stefan could either be triple crown tomorrow, or he could be no crown,
Yeah.
just because if we sail or don't sail. So
Yeah.
he's going to go to bed tonight, probably wishing for a hurricane to blow through tomorrow. No sailing.
Oh, I don't think
Oval
so.
said and then.
Yeah,
Stephen is
I think
competitive.
Stephen,
Yeah, he's competitive.
Stephen
He's
wants
competitive.
to. He wants to
Yeah.
sail the
And he
world.
can still
Yeah.
sail tomorrow
Yeah.
and win all of those races,
Yeah.
and he would still be
Yeah.
triple crown,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So there you have it.
Definitely, I would. If you gave him a
Yeah, and
you
you
gave him
can't
the opportunity,
ever
he's gonna
count
sell.
Stefano
He's gonna
out of
sell.
any race.
Yeah.
He's always there,
He-
always there.
yeah, he believes in put up or shut up.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm getting some comments from some of my sailing comrades
Yeah.
around the world, particularly in Long Island.
Yeah.
And one Ingrid Knowles, mother of Josh Knowles, who sails the Rough Justice,
Yeah.
has sent me a private message
Yes.
to say, Dwight, you are very biased. Ingrid, I'm not very biased. I'm just a Tideway fan, I believe. But I love all of sailing. I love all of the boats.
I don't believe I know Miss Ingrid, but I'm going to say to you, ma'am, he doesn't know the meaning of that word. You have to give him another word.
Yes, please. I don't know the meaning of the word bias.
In the Bahamas, we say you one-sided.
But they all know that I'm really just livening up
Yes.
the conversation.
Yes.
I wish all of the sailors well.
But we know where your heart is. So you're going to switch to Captain Gene now because
I believe I'm gonna
Captain
build.
Gene's
I'm gonna have to build my own boat, Reg, because I can't take this continuous heartbreak.
just imagine what the heartbreak would be. If
Well,
you
my
installed
boat would be called Heartbreaker.
Yeah, okay.
So just so you know, if I did go ahead and build one.
Remember that, folks. If you ever hear about a sloop by the name of Heartbreaker, you're looking at it. Okay.
See, we're gonna make little hearts come on the screen just like that. Heartbreaker.
Okay, so that's the way it's shaped up so far today, and all depends on the weather tomorrow. We have been told that tomorrow it's going to be, we probably will not sail tomorrow. However, we were not supposed to have the weather that we had today, Dwight.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 20 knots by now and going up to like 22. And here we are.
We'll
sailed
see what
all
tomorrow
the rest of
brings.
the day.
We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Forecast calls for heavy weather tomorrow. We shall see. And so with that in mind, we hope you enjoyed the day. We know you enjoyed the Defense Force Band. We promise you tomorrow the Royal Police Force Band is going to put on an equally good show, if not a better show. And we cannot promise you full racing tomorrow, but we shall see.
We shall see.
And on that note, Dwight,
I think it's time to say
time to
adios.
say adios. We shall see you.
And we will be here tomorrow morning.
8:30. Maybe
I'm
not
not sure 8:30
Maybe not
because
8:30
yeah,
because we're not doing E-class.
no E-classes tomorrow.
E-class is finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Gonna-
if our good directors would give us a look in this direction, we will say thank you very much for joining us. Wherever you were listening to us today, we hope we were able to give you the picture of what a National Family Island Regatta looks like. And so we're going to say goodbye from Georgetown, Exuma, in Great Exuma, in Central Bahamas. We're going to wish you a pleasant evening. Dwight, good night.
All right, Reg, you see you tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Kishta / Yellowtail. I'm at the 24th Regatta. We're at Sky Juice King, where everything is going to be juicy. We get all the fresh drinks. We get coconut water. We get Sky Juice. I want everybody to come on down and have a good time and keep everything juicy and busy.
International Sky Juice King, well known. We are Georgetown Regatta 2024. We are stall number 2. You name it, we got it.
Tell me a little bit about the menu. Go to the menu for me.
We got we have, everybody know me for that good cherry chicken and cherry pork. We got the down home grilled seafood combo, the grilled lobsters, the grilled conch, grilled shrimp, grilled snapper, grilled salmon, grilled snapper, safe and taste, grilled steak. That is Randy, proprietor, one of the proprietors of the People's Choice, the home of the world famous crab soup. You heard about it. Donald Trump brag about it. Biden brag about it. All of them been here. They try the crab soup. They love it. They try the garlic crab. And this is the place to be, man. This is where you want to be. At the People's Choice. The 2024 at Regatta. The only place to be at. This is where it's at.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the people place. This is Sailor's Choice. This is the famous shop with all the sailors. You understand? And all the type of classes, A, B, E, and C. You understand? And I'm a sailor. I sail on the A, B, and C. If you know Buzzy Roll, if you know Aqua Roll Hockey, the famous hockey, if you know Godfrey Boat, this is the place to be. Okay? We got all the special type of drinks. We got the special on the bears, the mixed drink. We also carry appetizers like kung fritters. We also have jumbo shrimp. You understand the famous curly wash. So when you're coming down the Joshua Exuma, you can't miss the Sailor's Choice. Okay, right now we started off yesterday and it's been going smoothly so far. Okay, and we continue the trend. Okay, we got everything you need. We got even up to the smokes and you understand good vibe. We even got the games, the live games, playoff games. If you all, gentlemen, if you all is a big fan of the sports, the NBA, we got that here. We got the internet, we got it the whole week here, okay? So make sure you come by here, Sailor's site, and stop by, okay? I'm Marco Roll, better known as Corey. So I'll be seeing you all here. Take care.
Simply wanted to be seen.